and welcome. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 58th edition to the LEGO Ideas series, which of course is this beautiful Jaws LEGO set. Now what we're going to do in this video is get this thing unboxed, but there will be no review. As per normal, we will do that in a separate upload, and on this one we'll take a good look at the box artwork, open up the instruction booklet, because normally on the LEGO Ideas sets there's lots and lots of detail on the instructions, see how many bags and all the other bits and pieces like that, and I'm very interested to see how many bags it is just for the base, because I don't actually need the base for my display. So with that being said, let's get to it. So a quick look at the box artwork to start with. Now this is the very, very top of the box. So if it is on the shelf the wrong way around or at a different toy shop, at least you now know what you're looking for, and it is nice and easy and it stands out. Now it's the Jaws LEGO Ideas set, and as I've already said, it is the 58th edition to the Ideas program. Now at the bottom it is an 18+ set, hence why the box is jet black. It is item number 21350. You get 1,497 pieces to play with, but like I said, I don't know how many of those are going to be on that base, because I really do not need to build that for my own theme park display. With regards to the bits and pieces on the side of the box, again, nice and simple to see because you have got the LEGO Ideas set number, and it's not exactly difficult to figure out what set this is. So that's the nice thing about the Ideas sets. They add in the box artwork absolutely everywhere. Now on the back of the box you have got the dimensions of the different bits and pieces. So it is 14 inches in height, and that's 35 centimeters, or it's 59 centimeters or 23 inches in length. Now you can see you've got a couple of different options with this, because you've got Bruce that is going to be about to bite the boat, or you can have him on the stand and that's how you add the tail. So I'm intrigued to know what I can actually do with regards to trying to keep him fully and in the water at the same time. And of course you can recreate this scene, looks pretty cool, and then you've got the amazing crew just on there, and that's what it looks like with it on the stand. Now of course at Universal Studios in Florida they have Bruce dangling upside down, roughly where the old Jaws ride used to be, and you can have to get your photo taken with that. So I could have him out the water and have him as a photo opportunity, but I think it'd be more fun with him inside the water. Now moving on to the other side of the box, it just says Ideas. They don't actually have Jaws on this side, so if somebody did put it in the wrong way, you can have to see it all the way at the bottom just there. Right, time to move on to unboxing the set itself. I've got you in a different position. This is just a trial, because normally you go on top of the loop roller coaster, but I just want to see how this layout works and if you can actually see the bits and pieces better. Now, because it is the newer style box, we have got quite a bit to cut open. So we've got 2 at the top, 2 on the side, either side, and then across the bottom. So as we go across, now a lot of people like these boxes, a lot of people don't like these boxes. They are supposed to be designed to go flat packing inside of each other, but again, personal preference to what you like and what you don't like. So with this, because it is a lid style, lid pops off, nice and simple. So that is now to the one side like so, and then he says, and then can you stand up? Yes, we have got all the different bits and pieces in here. So what do we have? We have got, where is the instruction booklet? So looks like we have got, that must be for the stand, and then we have, what's that bit for? Absolutely no idea what that is. It might be something to do with the sail, maybe. Looks like there's going to be a lot of string on this one. Also looks like we've just got 1 bag per bit. That clearly is part of the base as well, which is the first ever time I've seen the road plates in a blue colour. That looks pretty cool. So that means obviously you can order these, so that'd be quite a nice thing actually to match up for puddles and different things like that, because that is the new Lego City road plates, just in a different colour. And then we have the older style instruction booklet, which, like I say, the booklet, the actual packaging, and it looks like everything else on the inside there is just the individual bags. So let's get this thing opened up and see what this is all about. Now this box really is in the way, so for me to do it this way around, it's a lot less space, but we will see what's what. So we'll get this ripped open, and then what I'll do is I will put the instructions on the internet for you, so from the internet onto the screen, so you can actually see what is what. But that is the front cover, which looks great, and then that is the back cover, which looks very, very nice. And then we will go straight into the instruction booklet. So as you can see now, we have got Meet the Designer, which looks very, very smart. So Johnny Campbell, Lego Ideas name Diving Faces, from a small town just outside Belfast in Northern Ireland. Now you can see, if you want to, you can pause it on all of these, but it has a full write-up. That's why I like doing the unboxing videos first, especially for the ideas sets and sort of like the older Lego sets as such, because they do have all these detail in it. You can see what the original boat used to look like, and you can see just how different that is now, which is up to you which one you prefer. It did seem to be that the original idea was just a boat and a big shark, and they've added it onto a base. So they've obviously chopped and changed it. It also says, looking at the other page, it took just under 8 months to reach 10,000 supporters, which I'd really like to take the opportunity to thank everyone who supported the project along the way. I hope it will be loved by many Jaws Shark boat and Lego fans out there. So yes, it does look very, very smart indeed, and I am looking forward to getting into everything. And you can see then as we move on, we've got the da-dum, da-dum, and then you can see, tell them I'm going fishing, and all the other famous quotes. But don't forget, this all the way back in 1975, and just look how good the animatronics is under the original summer blockbuster. So lots and lots of different bits and pieces to read with regards to obviously the history of Jaws. So if you don't know much about it, well, I think it's one of those, if you're old enough, you really do want to watch. Then as we come over, we've then got more bits and pieces from the Lego designers, which is always nice to see. So you can again pause it if you want to, but it's from the first major motion picture to be filmed in open water. The production crew found creative solutions to operate and film the mechanical shark and action scenes. That creative spirit shine through Johnny's submission. So they've obviously tried to copy different bits and pieces. Well, they have copied as much as they can from the film, and obviously there's all these different bits and detail that you can see in the photo with regards to the boats and different things like that. And then as we're going over to the next page, it says we wanted to honour Captain Quint's fateful fishing boat as the virtual extension of the charismatic. There we go. Charismatic captain himself inside the map of the island. Yes, I am an absolute moron, but it looks fantastic. It does look very, very, very good indeed. And then it looks like we're going straight into the first booklet. So we've changed positions again, but these are the blue base plates in question. So these are, I am sure, just the row plates, I think. I think that's what they are, just in a different colour. I'm sure loads of people have seen these before, but it's something I never have, which is quite impressive. So it'd be interesting to see actually how this gets put together. I'm assuming most of the diorama bases have these, but I've never built one. So something new to see, but you can get 2 of those, and then that's the bit that you've got, which I still can't see on the front of the box. Obviously it's going to be easy enough to see. Now the one thing I have not pulled out, which is a worry and now a slight panic, is the stickers. Oh. There they are. That's all right then. I was more concerned that they're in the box and they're going to get creased up. So stickers, what do we have in here? We have got one number 1, one number 2, 2 3s and 2 4s. So it looks like you've got one for a newspaper, one for the map that we've just seen in the instruction booklet. And then we've kind of got the boat plate, the identification number on there. And it looks like we've got the bits and pieces for the engine. So not too many, which is great. And again, you can see all the little bits and pieces that are going on that. And that's where I spotted it just there. So that's why I suddenly started to panic. Now, what I want to do, rather than going back to the Lego website with the instructions, because I don't know where they are, is I will just do it here. So before I do that, again, that's the front of the instruction booklet, which looks really clean and smart. And then that is the back of the instruction booklet. A little bit chewed up in the top for whatever reason, but it does not bother me whatsoever. So I am hoping you build the stand last. So it looks like you go straight into the boat. So the boat is 5 bags. A lot of detail in that. Right, we're still on the boat. We're still on the boat? No, that's the stand. Okay. So the boat itself we are 7 full bags, 126 pages and 190 steps for that. So that's easy enough and clean enough. And then the shark goes with the shark base is, maybe they know that we're not all wanting to do it. Do you build the base first or do you build the shark first? So you build the base first, and it looks like that same bag starts the tail of the shark. So I will build it, and maybe if I build the base, because that's what you get. So that's bag 8. So it's the base with the jaws bit on, where you could have the minifigures. Now, I just don't know whether to have Bruce as the animatronic or have him in the water. So I might as well just build the base and build the tail, and then just take the base apart if I want the pieces, maybe? I don't know. Bag number 9, we start off with the minifigure, and we're building the front of Bruce. Please finish him. I've got a cool looking mouth. That's the fin. Right, good. So it is just, that is the case. So we are, luckily, it's a separate stand with these 2 bits. So you can have it just like this. And then if you wanted to, you could add in quite a lot more detail. Now you can see that we've got quite a bit more to go. And I do not want or need the base at all, because I'm putting it in my harbour. So how many bags are there then? And how many pieces am I going to be left with? Because I'm on page, I've got 180 pages to build, and it's 328 steps. And I'm now starting at bag 11, which is including one of those and both of them. So I'm assuming both of these are going to be the black bits across. So just skip right to the end. Where does that finish? So it finishes on 225, step 373. Obviously I've skipped the end and missed the last bag number, haven't I? So that's bag 11. Is it just one bag? Can't be one bag. There's definitely more than 11 bags in that box. You can see why I do the LEGO Theme Park Disaster Series, can't you? I can't even get an unboxing running smoothly, let alone this. This is an absolute plum. Right, okay, no idea. Maybe it's just one bag, which isn't too bad. So what you have got the option is you are always going to lose pieces. Because if you wanted him in the water, he gets put onto the base just on there, and then you lose the tail and you lose the stand. So it's one or the other, really. So I think a lot of people will probably want the stand, but then they wouldn't build the one bag. And I don't want the blue base, so I'm not going to build potentially just one bag. And the boat is fully complete, and it just sits on and rests on all the water and the waves. So there's not that much wastage, which is good. Now, the other idea sets that are out and about at this time, the Tuxedo Cat, which literally sold out everywhere straight away, and it was really hard to get hold of if you wanted it. You have then got the insect collection, and then the Viking Village, which didn't really, for whatever reason, kick off that much. Lots of people got it, but it was £125 on the LEGO website, and it was always in a sale at the different toy shops at about £100. So, yeah, not too bad. But that is it. That is that completely covered. We've covered the stickers, we've covered the box artwork, and I have a plan of attack with where it will go within my own theme park display. So that is it, and I am done. Are you a fan of the LEGO Ideas set? Do you have any in your collection? Obviously, just let me know in that comment section below. But as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care and catch you next one.